Hello, I'm New Buddy Love, and I'm here to start my new YouTube channel as recommended by many YouTubers. Uh, it appears that this is the time to start, and I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I will definitely try to give you some advice from an older person. And I'm 69, going on 70, and I have lived a full life. What I'm getting on YouTube now is well, it's just like everybody else. You want to make $1 or two, or three or four, and on this. And by the way, I do know I have one eye bigger than the other, but that's the way it goes. And is it really big? I'm just looking at it now. But anyway, I'll try to keep it open. Anyway, I'm a severe pack rat and collector. I've been a DJ, a popular DJ in some great clubs in North Carolina, and I'll tell you more about that because that reveals more of my personality. I really did do some outrageous things when I was younger, but I was always under the wire. No one saw what I was doing that much, and the ones that didn't care. And you're young, you do stuff. So now it's time to do other stuff, other good things, and I did have a good time. So making it this far is a surprise because when you're younger you don't think about making it this far. You just want to do your thing, and that's what I see is happening with the YouTubers on YouTube. They're doing their things, and I definitely enjoy watching young YouTubers as well as the old YouTubers, because they're telling you stuff that you just don't think about. Like all the years I was on YouTube, I really just watched for entertainment. And like you said, there were some slick videos that I can't even remember now, but some of those slick videos were really too much. And the one that I really liked the most was actually, I think, the beginning of a lot of these real life YouTubers. This is a good man named Walter Hampton. He has a lot of moral values that are a little over moral, but they work for his life. And that's one thing I've learned about people's life. They have to find their own moral path. For me, my moral path is enjoy, don't hurt, don't bother people if you possibly can, but that's not the way some people live their life. They bump into people, and you have to understand they can't help it because they were probably born into big families where they leaned on each other. They were taught to rely on each other, and sometimes they just do bad things to each other because they want to get something from that person. So me being an only child, I never had that problem. I've always kept my distance, and every time I tried to get close to people, it just never worked out that good. I've been a mama's boy all my life, but I haven't lived exactly. I've lived a mama's boy life, and I've lived an exciting hip life. Is that a term that people still use? We used to have hip hop, but anyway, I used to be cool. Now I'm me. This. used to wear glasses. Now I have had cataract surgery, and look at these peepers. I can see clearly. I can't see up close. Where's those glasses at? Let's see. I misplaced my glasses. Oh, there they are. I have my glasses to read with. How are these? Does this make it easier to look at me with? I hope so. But anyway, I have been enjoying these new YouTubers. They are a hoot. They, like Dante and his little wife, they're just telling you all the secrets and showing you what you need to do. And so does, but the one who got me to really think differently about YouTube is DoorDash. Because she was the only person I know of that actually showed their monetization process. Before that, I've never seen anybody do that. I mean, everybody kept that a secret. I think they just ran to the bank, giggling and happy, and didn't tell anybody anything about how they got there. And DoorDash was an open door. And she's different, just like all of us have our own personality. But, you know, we're not perfect. And she's fun. She's intelligent to me. And the same thing with Dante. I came in on his monetization process. He, again, was the second person that actually really blew up, telling the secrets of what he found to be strong on what he did on YouTube. And I enjoyed that. So what I'm trying to do here is show you what I'm going through as a 69-year-old person. I used to be first off, let me tell you my history, because it has no real guide through. It just happened. My first major job at a company was with McDonald's. You know, used to fry the fries, cook the burgers, that kind of thing. Then I left there and went on to work for a bank. And I worked there for 17 years. It was really nice. And I was very good. I made the most money working somewhere that I ever could there, because I could get along with people real well. I had some good bosses, and they just loved to give me raises. By the time I was let go, it was because I was making too much money. I was making more money than the new supervisors that they were hiring. So for me to get a job within that company, I had to take a cut. So I thought I'd just go ahead and collect unemployment. And then I left there. And then I went to a customer service job. No, I went to another computer operator's job. This was a company called HBOC. And it was a very strange company that I can tell you some stories about that would just curl your hair. But they saved me after I was downsized from the bank. And I worked there, and it was a wild ride. And then they eventually closed because of money scandals. And then the next place was customer care. Now, the stories you can tell with customer care. All of you, if you ever worked with customer care, you better learn something. That is just the wildest ride. I don't know how people can get through it, but you know, when you get in customer care, you got to get off the phone after you've been there for a year, because you'll be fired before it's all over with. You know, you got to be a team leader or a supervisor to stay there. So I went to customer care at a car company, and it has the little lady that talks to you in the car. You know what I'm talking about. And so I worked there, and then that was the first time I was ever fired. When you get fired, it's just no fun. You know, you're going through trauma, especially when you don't really know why you were fired. So you don't know if they were just trying to clear it away or what, because the way they made it sound, it was just too crazy. Next, I went from that company to work for Wally World for a little bit till I was established myself at the next job, and that was wild. And then next comes the cable company, and the cable company was it was it was a savior and a curse at the same time. But it was probably a very good place to fall into, especially when you need it. If you lose your job, take a low-paying customer care job in one of these cable companies and let them build you back up, which is what they did for me. And it's an industry that really lives through. The cable company really lives through personalities, and those personalities are just like the real world. There's some that's good and some that are bad, but I was able to, most of the time I was there, to find good personalities and be friends with them. And so I stayed there and watched them merge into another company, another cable company, and they're in the Southeast. You know who they are. And then I left there when I retired, and they set me up real nice before I left. I mean, it was time for me to go. And when you get a certain age, you begin to realize you're just not as quick as these young ones. So, but I had a lot of people that protected me and liked me. So I was lucky in that. And so this brings me to my retirement. And here I am, retired and enjoying life. And but it's been a hectic journey. This is my 4th year retired. I retired right at 65 because I am a baby boomer. And I like that. And when I retired, I really didn't think about retiring until the last year. And that was because Social Security started sending you little messages that you got to sign up before you get 65. It's almost like committing a crime if you don't sign up with them when they tell you to. And I was getting these little black and white letters in the mail telling me that you are approaching retirement age. And so they, and I was one of the ones that got fully retired at 65. Some people are 66, 67. Mine was 65. That was an eye opener. And I was ready once they started bothering me about it, and these letters came, and then I talked to the Social Security person just to make sure, because you don't want to do something that it gets you in trouble. And so I called him up, and I remember I had a lady, looks like she sounded like she was stressed out. She was. She was, she's like, "Yes, sir. What are you calling about?" I was calling about retirement. Am I at the age? She says, "Yes. Didn't you see that letter we sent you?" Oh my goodness. Yes. I saw it. And that's why I was calling about it. Is this true? Is this when I'm supposed to retire? She said, "Yes." I said, "Can I retire with my full benefits without it getting partial benefits?" Said, "Yes, you're 65. You were born at this age, and you need to go ahead and sign up for it, and then you can decide if you want to keep working part-time, but you can only make so much money." And I was like, wow, okay, mean lady, sign me up. So I signed up and took my incredibly strange life with me, and began doing things like going to the doctor. When I went to the doctor, I made a goal to go to the doctor. I had bad teeth, bad eyes, I had bad knees, I already have scoliosis, so the doctor was really, really good for me. I found out I had diabetes too. And so I do that medication thing and everything. So, there's a time when you have to really, your life changes. And it is right, it's about 60 to 65. You start thinking about the things that you like and did. And then you realize some of the things you don't need to do anymore and shouldn't do anymore. So I'm very happy about this retirement. And now I'm happy about YouTube because I got a lot of stories to tell you. And I've never told them before, but you'll enjoy them because the reason I don't hang around a lot of people is because I end up revealing some of these stories, and it's like, okay, and you're not in jail, and you didn't get killed. I mean, I hung out with some wild people, black and white, and it was a fantastic time. So now for me to give you the joy. Now I'm in the process of doing habitat. I have to declutter my home, and let me tell you, this is a horror story. My house is junked up because I'm trying to move things away from the wall for the new outlets to be installed, because my house that I live in is by myself. It has too many outlets that are from 1980 to 1960 to whatever. I don't know what it is. It has two prongs, and who uses two prongs in there? I got jury rig stuff up in here. So the Habitat people came in and said, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and we're giving you 4 or 5 months to prepare, which apparently I would need, because I collected comic books. I collected an incredible amount of records, vinyl records, and it's thousands. And so these records I've already thrown away about 2,000 records already, and I've still got some more. I mean, I became a pack rat and didn't realize it. And that's what I'm going through. So I'll be letting you know about how that goes. So right now, I just got a break in between. I'm moving my records around, and I've already thrown away quite a few, but that's quite a few. And I'll be letting you know how that goes. Well, and I'll explain the name of New Buddy Love in one of my stories. So yeah, if you wonder if you know who he is, this is it. Surprise! All right. Well, this is it. I don't know. I hope this works out. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and what does they say? Follow, subscribe. I'll keep trying to make more videos, less rambly. So have a good day, and thank you for watching. Here we go.